order to begin, we want to make a battuto, and a battuto means something that's beaten down in Italian, and it's really the flavor ingredients that start off the dish. So we want to begin with 1 large onion. We're going to do this right in the food processor because this makes it very simple to do this. And then 3 cloves of garlic. And with it we want some parsley, and this is Italian flat leaf parsley. And this is the type of parsley that you want to use. You don't want to use curly parsley, which really doesn't have a lot of flavor. So in goes the parsley, about 1/4 cup. You want some fresh basil, about 6 to 8 leaves. They go in. And because we're talking about Tuscan food this season, we absolutely have to have some fresh sage. So here are 2 wonderful looking fresh sage leaves. So now we just put the cover on, put the top on, and get this into a really minced mixture. So let it go until it's very fine looking. And then you're ready to put this into olive oil. So there's our little mixture. Look at how beautiful it looks. And now we're going to put it right into the pan. And now we want to begin to prepare our fish. So what are we going to use here? Well, you can use a combination of any kind of fish that you like, but this is what I like to use. Here is some fresh squid. And you don't really want really large ones. You want smaller size ones because they are much more tender. So we've got the squid cleaned with the tentacles. And then we have swordfish. We've got a little bit of monkfish. We have some scallops, fresh scallops. And here we have some shrimp. So this is all going to go into our stew. Now let me turn the heat up on this a little bit, get this going, and let's prepare the squid first. So to do it, you want to bring them home so they're nice and clean, or if you have to clean them yourself, it is not difficult. I think I've showed you how to do this before. So in this preparation, you want to start with the fish that take the longest time to cook. So start with the ones that are going to take you a little bit more time. So in this case, it's going to be the squid. So you want to cut them up, into 1-inch pieces will be fine. And we have 1/2 pound of the fresh squid, which in Italian is known as calamari or calamaro. So there is the fresh squid, and as soon as that is cooked down, I'm going to put this in. After I add a few more ingredients. Now first I have to wipe off my hands because, that's smelling good, and actually it's getting me very hungry. Okay, now along with this, we want to add a little bit of hot red pepper. So a few little hot red pepper flakes go in. If you don't like hot red pepper, you can leave it out. And then we need white wine. And we want about 1 cup of white wine. So now I'm going to turn the heat up because we really have to have this evaporate. So about 1 cup of white wine goes in. And we want to stir this around. I'm going to give this a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Looks good already, and I'm splashing it all over the stove. Okay, now let's go back to the fish. Here we have fresh shrimp. And when you get them in the store, you see they have the shell on, and you just need to peel that shell back and just pull, and the shell comes right off. So let me do that again for you. Just peel the shell back, like so. Sometimes they're a little slippery, and pull off the shell. And one more. We have 1/2 pound of the shrimp here as well. So there, that's I didn't get that one so well, did I? But that's okay, because you're going to eat this anyway. Okay, now I have it. So there are our shrimp. Now once the wine has evaporated a bit, then you want to put in the other ingredients. And here we have fresh, or bottled rather, clam juice. If you have fresh clam juice, that's even better. So you want a cup of clam juice to go in. So 1 cup of clam juice. Stir that around a little bit. And then about 2 cups of plum tomatoes, or you could use beefsteak tomatoes. If you didn't have fresh tomatoes, you could use canned tomatoes. So they go in. So now this is going to begin to look nice and colorful. And this is our stew. This is a pesce in umido, so to speak. All right, there are the tomatoes. And now we can start to add the fishes. So in go first our squid. Now, this isn't going to take very long once this is in here. Now we want to cut up the swordfish. So all we want to do is chunk this up. And when I was with Maria Pia in Pisa, of course, we spent the day in the kitchen making that red mullet dish that she also did in umido, that is in a stew. So now we add the swordfish. I'm going to turn that heat way up now. I don't want to overcook the fish, but I want to get that in there so that I got a good heat under that. Look at how pretty that's starting to look. So there's the swordfish. Then we want our shrimp. And you know, as soon as shrimp turn pink, they are cooked. So you want to put those around. That was a 1/2 pound of swordfish and a 1/2 pound of shrimp. And that is actually my favorite fish. And then here is the monkfish. We want to cut that up. Monkfish has a flavor that's almost similar to lobster. So that goes in all chunked up. Does this look good? And we're going to be serving this over, you guessed it, bread. So mix this all around. And the last fish, were you counting? We have 5. The last fish we have to add are the scallops. So now they go in. That was a 1/4 pound of scallops. So now we mix that well, give that a little seasoning, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and we cover this and let this cook until the fish begins to flake. And I'm going to turn this down now just a little bit. I'm going to turn it down. Oh, yes, and lower the heat on this. And let me get out a fork. And when the sturdier pieces of fish flake, when they flake, then they're ready. Well, you see how the shrimp have cooked and now they've turned a nice pink color.